Books of Doom, Book 3. My flight from America had left me but a shadow of what I had been, or what I thought I had been, plagued by nightmares. No, Mother, no. Now I was a fractured man, a man with no face. Let her go! Don't you touch her! Such a funny little man you bore, Cynthia. Shall we let him see you burn? Mother, run, Victor. He will kill you. Run? Where is it you think you can go, suckling? I am inside you now. I flow in your cold veins like lifeblood. So how can you run from yourself? No, no! You will never escape me, just as your foolish mother will burn for all time in my eyes. No! Nearly every night it was the same. Nightmares that felt so real. And when I awoke, I could feel the scars under my bandages pulsing with the cold fire of the demon's touch. I had fled for months, trying to lose myself in the ancient cities of Eastern Europe, where the Americans would not find me even if they dared to look. But wherever I went, there was one thing that always dogged my steps, that haunted my days and my nights. My failure. My whole life had been bent toward a single purpose, to save my mother from her torment. And when the time came, I crumbled like a child in the face of true horror. I will confess that I was a bitter man, adrift on a sea that spiraled ever downward, lost in the darkness of my soul. Out, Otto! I've told you before, you drunken fool. Stay out of my stairwell. Oh, young Master Von Doom, such a nice boy. Sorry to disturb you. I only sought shelter from the cold. Well, seek it elsewhere, old man, if you know what's good for you. You'll learn to stay out of my way. I spent most mornings simply wandering the streets, nervous energy from my dreams driving me out of my basement rooms. My bandaged face brought an untouchable anonymity that I found pleasing. I could be present without really being seen. People looked at me, then quickly looked away. But when night fell, fear of sleep and dreams kept me working long hours, trying to create the fantastic out of parts salvaged from junk shops, compulsively working and reworking the same devices, seeking a perfection I now knew would never be mine. I suppose my rooms must have looked like those of a madman, but a madman is often nothing more than a broken genius. But while my escape to Eastern Europe may have made it easier to stay out of the hands of the Americans, it also put me closer to their enemies. Often in my wanderings I felt I was being watched. You are Von Doom, are you not? My name is my business, and I'd suggest you keep to your own. I think that you are, Victor Von Doom. They told me you would be unafraid, arrogant. And who are they? My superiors, KGB. Department X would like to extend invitation to join in struggle against American imperialism and expansion. Thank you for the invitation, but your party will have to go on without me, I'm afraid. I'm done working for smaller minds. You are mistaken, Von Doom. This is invitation you do not turn down. Take your hand from my arm or risk losing it. Careful now with threats. We have many of those we can make as well. Threats only work against men who have things to live for. You're KJB, you should know that. I was carrying many things on me that could have killed him and his soldiers, but I was foolish and thought to frighten them off instead. What is that? Get... Listen to me, you vile little toad. Tell your Soviet masters that Victor von Doom is not for sale. I want nothing to do with you or the Americans. You'll have to fight your silent war without me. I want nothing but to be left alone. Now, if ever I see you again, one of us will die. And I am not afraid to die. At first it appeared my tactic had succeeded. I no longer noticed watchful eyes around the city. After all, I was a man who had nothing, so what could they use to threaten me with? And if I was indeed a crazy man, what good was I to them? Let me waste away in my basement with my inventions and my nightmares. Stop. No. Let me fall further and further into despair. Soon the money I'd saved during my years in America would run out, and what would I do then? I was pondering that exact question on the morning everything changed. It was a day like any other, really. Get out, old man! Drink yourself to death elsewhere! And it had been months since my encounter with the Soviet agent. Still, ever vigilant, I kept watch for anything out of the ordinary. But never did I expect what awaited me in the public square that morning. Victor? Is that really you? Valeria. Oh, my Victor, what has happened to you? How? Wait, I don't understand. How can you be here? How did you find me? It's a long story. Is there somewhere we can sit down, away from all these people? We found a corner in a small cafe, and this lost friend of my childhood, the one woman other than my mother that I ever truly loved, told me her tale. For months the Baron's men had been raiding our family's caravan, searching for clues to my whereabouts, no doubt a result of my time in America. The Baron was trying to gain favor with the United States, offering to deliver me to them. After a few of these raids, many in the group feared for my safety. I was their leader after all, though I'd been gone many years. But a fortune-teller named Christos told Valeria that he'd seen a vision of me in his teacup. The master, he needs you, girl. He said that you had been injured, and that I would find you here, in this town, with your face hidden from the world. Christos, I always found him nothing more than a fool. His predictions have grown sharper lately, and look, here you are. The family had decided to send Valeria to search for me, using what money they had to buy her passage. The fortune-teller said that I was lost, that my mind was unraveling, and Valeria had left her homeland for the first time on nothing more than that. She had come to save me. And I must admit, for the next few weeks, it appeared likely she would succeed. The hole I was sinking into suddenly disappeared. The darkness of my thoughts eased, replaced by her familiar laugh, her caring touch. She didn't even look away when I showed her what the demon's touch had done to me. After all my losses, maybe oblivion was not to be my destiny, I thought. Maybe my failure was simply the thing that would bring me back to her, the one person who ever really knew me. Maybe I had been broken so that her gentle hands could put me back together. And when I slept in her arms, no other thoughts troubled me. My ill-fated dalliance with the college girl disappeared into the fog of memory, and even my nightmares were kept at bay. Latveria, I suppose that you must go there at some point, but we'll go together, my love. The family needs you, and it's time to heal. You've spent so many years without smiling. I thought the Victor I knew was long gone, but now I have hope. I can see your smile again, and I'd like to see it on the faces of your children. I don't know, Latveria, what it's done to our people, to my parents. It's our home, Victor. Nothing else matters. I was starting to believe that perhaps she was right. Maybe it was time to go home. But, of course, that was not to be. Otto, leave us be. I only wanted to give the lady a gift. I meant no harm. Of course you didn't, Otto. It's lovely. Why are you so cruel to him, Victor? He's sweet. He's a fool, a drunk who's wasting his life away. Or maybe he's just a sad little man who lost everything he cared about. Life isn't always easy on us. You should know that better than anyone. I didn't mean... But she was right. I should have known. Victor... And I was about to get a very unpleasant reminder of that fact. I'm okay. Just keep hands where I can see, Von Doom. I would not want to hurt girl. Victor, Take your hands off of her, or I swear I'll kill you. Maybe, but your little Valeria dies with me then, does she not? See, because I'm not so stupid as you think, Von Doom. Victor, who is this man? How does he know my name? You say threats only work if you have something worth living for, so I give that to you. I show you life not through with Von Doom just yet. And now you come with me, or I take it all away again. How could I be such a fool? I should have sent her away the moment I saw her. Victor, what are you saying? I told you Christos was not a real fortune-teller, Valeria. What was I to do? Let the Baron and the Russians kill me? They needed a way to get to Von Doom. I just did what I had to do to survive. They told me where he was, and I made up everything I needed to convince young Valeria to go to him. She was so young and in love. I'm not proud of what I did. All right. Let her go and I'll come with you. No, I think we keep her for safekeeping until your work for us is done. He had me, and he knew it. I would have done anything to get Valeria out of his clutches. Victor! What is? But as it turned out, she was the only person on that street who was truly safe. The flowers somehow created a shield around her. A blur of movement rushed past me, and then the street was filled with magic and gunfire. And then it was over. But my story, it turned out, was just beginning. Victor, what just happened? I don't... Otto? Almost missed my chance to save. Old legs too slow. Almost. You knew they would... How? How did you do all that? Listen to me, young master. I am not who I seem. I come from a temple high in the mountains of Tibet. Long has it been foretold that a man who lost everything, who hides his true face from the world, would come to our temple to learn our ancient secrets, and that man would become our master. What are you talking about? You're insane. I'm not... No. Oh, it's true. You are the student who will best the teachers. You cannot deny destiny, Victor Von Doom. I know, because I was...
Victor, what is he talking about?
Find my temple, young master. They will teach you how to master science of magic. Your path is just beginning. Find them. Find them.
Victor, you have to leave, Valeria. You have to go home. What? No, you're going to come with me. No, it's different now. Everything is different now. You can't just... You never could understand. I'm the one who's different. Different than you. Different than everyone. No, Victor, you can't mean that. And difficult as it was, I turned my back on her again. Destiny had reared its terrible head once more, and I knew I must follow where it led. But I also knew that the Baron of Latveria would face my vengeance one day. He'd meddled with what was left of the heart of Von Doom, and he would pay for what he'd done to me and to the Valeria. Oh, Victor, oh no.